Welcome back to the Hampton Road Show, everybody. Vehicle recalls are at their highest rate in almost a decade. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, nearly 22 million vehicles were flagged for safety issues last year alone. So what should you do if your vehicle is recalled? Joining us now is attorney Paul Hernandez from Kalfus Nachman with details. Okay, that's really startling that so many cars are being recalled, Paul.
Yeah, it's actually almost at an exponential rate right now. As you recall, GM just had this big recall, and there was a whole big issue that they knew about it a long time ago, and now now it's all coming out that how long they've known about defects that should have been recalled.
Okay, so if your car is recalled, that means your car is unsafe.
Well, the answer is yes, because they don't recall things that are not unsafe. If they find a defect in the air conditioner, you're not going to get a recall. This is a recall from a manufacturer or from the National Highway Safety Traffic Administration that says there's a safety problem with your vehicle. Does it mean panic? The answer is no. Once you understand there's a recall, you're either going to be notified, they're required to notify you by mail, but assume you bought a used car.
Right.
You're not on their list.
Right.
You're going to see it come across, national news or a show like this or my website, something of that nature.
Who pays for the repair?
The manufacturer is required to pay for the repair, but they're only required to pay for that specific repair.
Okay.
If you have other things wrong with your vehicle, they're not paying for it.
Okay, now this opens up a can of worms. Let's just say you have problems with your vehicle prior to a recall. That's where a good lawyer may come into play.
Interestingly, these recalls only hit the manufacturer after several of the problems have occurred.
Right.
So you may have this one specific problem with your vehicle, you get it to the dealer, they fix it, and then you take it back, they fix it, or somebody else does it, then you learn a year later that there's a recall on it. Yes, the manufacturer is required to pay for it. It's very difficult to prove, but yes, it's the responsibility of the manufacturer to pay for that defect.
How often do you get calls about recalls?
Lately our phone lines are going ballistic. And it's because once they found out all these GM cars had all these recalls, people are thinking back, wait a minute, I was in a wreck.
Right.
And there was a problem that I knew my brakes didn't work when I had to wreck or somebody got injured, and they're second guessing and they want to know if there's something that can be done.
And what do you tell them normally?
Well, they're very difficult, and it's important to get an experienced personal injury attorney involved in it. But you have to, if it happened too long ago, where's the car? Where's our ability to prove that the defect caused the incident? What we tell them is it's very difficult, and if it's a significant case, we're going to sit down with you and explain to you your rights and responsibilities in it.
What if you had a problem with your car and you had it fixed prior to the recall when the manufacturer should have paid for it?
Yeah, well, they are responsible for it, and what you do is you go back to the dealer that you had your car, hey, I paid for that repair, the exact thing that's being recalled.
Right.
I want to get it paid for. And I will tell you this, you must be the squeaky wheel. You must be the one that keeps knocking on the door to your dealership and saying, listen, I want that repaired. They will get a manufacturer rep involved, and you should be able to get it be reimbursed.
Now, are dealers pretty good to work with recalls? I mean, they have to accept you, and they're probably good to work with.
Most of the dealers around here are wonderful to deal with. The answer is yes, but the point is they're busy.
Right.
And they are doing their daily activities. So it's important that you be the squeaky wheel.
It's important that you know the information and know your legal rights when it comes to recalls and other matters. Kalfus and Nachman, you can get more information at legalmatters.kalfusnachman.com. Give them a call at 1-800-HURT-LINE and download the Kalfus and Nachman iPhone app. You never know when you will need it. Paul Hernandez, as always, thank you for joining us here on the Hampton Road Show.
Thanks, Chris.